Hi friends, today the video is about Mac Flecknoe by John Dryden. It is one of the important topic that we have to study for Kerala PSC English lectureship examination, which is there in the module 1. So you know something about or many things about Mac Flecknoe. So in this video I am here to present some objective questions related to Mac Flecknoe. So we are moving on to the class. First point, Mac Flecknoe, that is full title is Mac Flecknoe or a satire upon the true blue Protestant poet T.S. So that is the heading or a main title of Mac Flecknoe, full title. In a verse, it is a verse mock heroic satire written by John Dryden. That is a speciality of Mac Flecknoe, that is, it is a mock satire. It is a direct attack on Thomas Shadwell and other prominent poets of the time, written about 1678 but not published until 1682. So it is a direct attack on Thomas Shadwell and other prominent poets, and John Dryden had finished this work in the year 1678, but it is published only in the year of 1682. Mac Flecknoe is the outcome of a series of disagreement between Shadwell and Dryden. So they were having some kind of problems or disagreements. So it is a result of that. Then Shadwell, the dramatist and a Whig, is a Protestant protagonist of Mac Flecknoe. The poem illustrates Shadwell as the heir to a kingdom of poetic dullness, represented by his association with Richard Flecknoe, an earlier poet already satirized by Andrew Marvell and disliked by Dryden, although the poet does not use belittling techniques to satirize him. So this is the background of this poem, or the theme of this poem, that Mac Flecknoe or Shadwell is considered as the son of Richard Flecknoe, who has already satirized by Andrew Marvell and disliked by John Dryden. The poem begins in the tone of an epic masterpiece, presenting Shadwell defining characteristics as dullness, just as every epic hero has a defining characteristics. Odysseus is cunning, Achilles is wrath, the hero of Spenser's Faerie Queene is holiness, while Satan in Paradise Lost has the defining characteristics of pride. So that is in this poem, Shadwell is presented as a hero. He must having some characteristics of dullness. Then the meter of the poem is iambic pentameter. Richard Flecknoe is a feeble Irish poet. Mac Flecknoe is a mock heroic satire. Then another question, Mac Flecknoe as a mock heroic satire. Thomas Shadwell is ridiculed as ununderstanding neither Greek or Latin. So that is also expressed by John Dryden in this poem, that Thomas Shadwell is neither understanding Greek or Latin. Then the Dunciad was modelled on Mac Flecknoe. Then Fair Augusta is a Roman name for London, as mentioned in Mac Flecknoe. The poem illustrates Shadwell as the heir to a kingdom of poetic dullness, represented by his association with Richard Flecknoe, and earlier poet already satirized by John Marvell. I have written a spelling mistake on here. Marvell it is written, so it is to be corrected as Marvell, and disliked by John Dryden. So it is already we discussed earlier. The example of alliteration worn out with business did that length debate. That is in line 9. For example, alliteration, and again you can say the alliteration in this poem, like to settle the succession of the state, that is in line 10. Then reign and wage immortal war with wit, that is also in line number 12. And Kersey clad in Norwich drug came, that is in line number 32. So these are examples for alliteration. Then Dryden exaggerates when he speaks of Shadwell's mountain belly. So his physical appearance also presented in this poem. Then Shadwell is last great prophet of tautology. So according to John Dryden, Shadwell is the greatest prophet of tautology. Tautology means saying something in a different same thing in a different ways. So he is expressing the same thing in a different manner. That is what tautology. Then the comparison of Shadwell with oak tree that shade the plain and sustainedly rain is intended to expose the intellectual hollowness of Shadwell. So, according to Dryden, Shadwell is a person who doesn't know anything. So, that is he expressed in this poem. Greek musician Arison's song enriched the dolphin which wafted him safely to the shore. Little fishes rushed to Shadwell's boat, not enthralled by his music, but to swallow the breadcrumbs thrown into the sea. That is also Dryden says in this poem. He is comparing Shadwell's to Arison in this manner also. The path that led to the coronation ceremony was not spread with Persian carpet, but littered with the pages of books of Haywood, Ugley, and those of Shadwell himself. So these are the other poet whom Dryden ridiculed in this work. Then Dryden pokes fun Shadwell's virtue so for he took 5 years to complete, and yet it is full of lapses. So he is mocking at his Shadwell's work. Dryden mocks at Shadwell's work in this mock heroic satire. Shadwell's tragic scenes proved to be comic scenes, and his comic scenes sends the audience to sleep. That is, Dryden says about Shadwell's works. So these are the things about Thomas Shadwell in Mac Flecknoe. One more, something more is there to be completed. So that will be there in the part 2. So hope you have understood these objective questions that I have discussed in this video. If you like my video, please subscribe it, like the button, and just press the bell button also to get the next notification. Thank you. We will be back with another video. Okay, bye. See you.